everybody. This is the Insidious Dr. Chupa once again, and this is probably the first toy I've reviewed in forever since I got the what was it, the Revoltech Deadpool about 3 or 4 years ago. Anyway, I was building this and posting online my progress. It took me 3 days to finish, and I just figured I'd go ahead and do a quickie little review. Now, please forgive me for using my phone. The webcam that I normally use is on the other side of the house. It's very hard to get out here, but I had a friend that wasn't even aware that this was a thing. So I just wanted to go ahead. I'm going to review this. I'm going to review everything I have up to this point. Just throw in a few tips about the whole thing. First of all, this is the Mega Construx Castle Grayskull, Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull, and it is gorgeous. I'm telling you, my wife got me for this. Excuse me. My wife got this for me for Christmas. I just put it out of my mind because this thing was originally $250, and I'm a retailer, and the cost for the thing is like $202 before shipping. So I put it out of my head. I was like, I'm not paying that much. There's no way. Well, there was a Christmas sale. It was basically like half price, and she got it for me and surprised me with it. And I'm telling you what, I had tears in my eyes because when I was a kid, I had like the entire first run of Masters of the Universe figures. I had the whole first run. I had the Castle Grayskull. I had a bunch of the vehicles. I had Snake Mountain. I got them like as soon as the new stuff came out. I got it pretty much. Not to say that I had everything, but I had a lot of it. Anyway, so I mean, it literally, like, I had tears in my eyes. It was crazy. I felt like a kid on Christmas. I have not felt like that in forever. This is Castle Grayskull, and it's beautiful. It is a beautiful representation of the original, and I like it actually more than the original, and I'll go into why here in a bit. But let's talk a little bit about this. This is basically, it's a Mega Construx, so it's Mattel's brand Legos. It is Pro Builders 14 Plus. It is 3,508 pieces. Of course, I actually ended up missing 2 pieces, but I'm going to have to order that on their support site. There are part numbers in the instruction manual. Yeah, for all of them. But anyway, this thing is friggin' awesome. It is, in so many ways, like, it encapsulates, that's the word I was looking for, what was the original Castle Grayskull. It has, like, almost all of the features, almost all the parts. It's crazy. They did make some changes. But anyway, you basically build it in 5 parts. There's the left tower, the middle, which is the first part you do, the other tower, and then there is let me show you the whole thing real slow. The whole back section. This is another section. And then this tower, which is also the elevator, is what you build next. It does have hinges. It snaps closed, and it also pops open. So here is the interior of Castle Grayskull, and I'll go into detail on everything here in just a minute, but it's crazy, and it comes with 6 figures. It's just insane how much stuff you get. Now, up to this point, Mega Construx has released other Masters of the Universe merchandise. They have the Wind Raider, which I just picked up for $10 on Walmart.com, so grab it if you're gonna. Probably won't be there long. It comes with a He-Man and a Skeletor. They've released individual figures of several of them. There's He-Man, Skeletor, Beastman, Teela, Evelyn, Man-at-Arms. They released a 5-pack that had like 5 of them. And there's also, right now, Stratos and Scareglow, but they are going for insane prices because Walmart stopped collecting. Walmart was the main distributor of Mega Construx. I mean, you could find some of them at Target sometimes, but it's not, you never saw like a dedicated Masters of the Universe section, but because there's just not enough product, I guess. But those 2 are so hard to get right now. You have to get them online. It is crazy. Normally the figures go for $5 individually. The 5-pack was $20. And all the figures are different because this also comes with, you can see, it comes with the Sorceress, comes with the Goddess, another Beastman, Man-at-Arms, sorry, He-Man, and Skeletor. And it also comes with Zoar, the eagle that the Sorceress turned into in the cartoon. Now, it's cool because they have remained accurate to both the cartoon and to the original mini comics that came with the figures that had a totally different story. Because, for one thing, you've got the Green Goddess, that they never released in the initial series. Just mentioned basically in the mini comics, and then she turned into a regular colored Tila with the snake headdress. So, they've really went all out. And you see Beastman, this one, the one that comes with this one is the mini comic one. He's like the all red one, not the more orangey version. The Man-at-Arms has no mustache. The single figure does have a mustache, like in the cartoon, but this is more like the original figure. So anyway, all kinds of stuff. Look at this instruction manual. It is a novel. This thing is huge. It is, let's see, 100 and some odd, 170-ish, 100, I can't get to the last page, but about 170, right at about 180 pages. 180 pages, and it's thick, and it's heavy as shit. All right, folks, and I'm sorry, yes, I cuss a lot. Deal with it. If you haven't seen my videos before, well, now you have. All right, and sorry, excuse the bottle of spray stuff. But anyway, I haven't put the Wind Raider together yet. Each of these figures, like I said, I've got 3 different He-Mans now, because I've got one here. I got the Wind Raider one, which I haven't put together yet. And I have the original one, the one that came in the 5-pack. And they are all different. They have different colors or different accessories. They've made them collectible. So it's not like you've got doubles. Now, Castle Grayskull has came apart here in the corner, which is the first time this has happened. Because, of course, I'm making a video, so it's gonna. But anyway, you can see what all's in here. This thing is very sturdy. I was not expecting that because with this many pieces, most of them are very small decorative pieces. You can see, like the top of this, each one of those little pieces is just a decorative piece. There's not a ton of, you put together every brick. It's insane. Now, don't get me wrong. The review that I saw online, it was a guy and his wife. He said that it took them, doing it part-time, a week to put this together. Now, it took me 3 days, and granted, those first 2 days, I did kind of binge it. I basically just put on some Netflix in the background and sat and worked on it, and I loved it. I haven't put together a Lego set in years, like a decade. And before that, probably 3 decades. It's crazy. I mean, I'm 44, and just, it had been a while. But I had so much fun putting this together. I've got to get more parts. And the Wind Raider, if you look at the front, it looks like it would be a couple of solid pieces, like the whole base, and then a few parts. No. Let me show you this. This is the kind of stuff you see inside the box of Castle Grayskull. Very small parts. There is no large part for the Wind Raider. But that's another story. I will get to that when I build it. Anyway, so first of all, it has you build the figures. The minifigures do not come assembled. The ones that you buy separately are assembled, in the package. They come in blister packs. But yeah, these 6 and the 2 with the Wind Raider are in parts, and you have to put them together, which is cool. I mean, they're in their own little baggies. It's, it's a thing. But let's get to Castle Grayskull again. It is very sturdy. Like, if I dropped this, I would not be afraid of it really falling apart. A few, the decorative pieces might come off. The teeth and stuff are on hinges. They might pop off. A few little, the little bitty pieces here, they might come off. But for the most part, this thing would stay together. It is like super sturdily built. It's crazy. The only parts that are really fragile are the towers. This has already popped off once. Yesterday when I was showing it to my wife, because she's a traveling nurse and had just come home, and it popped off. Now I managed to put it back on real easy. It is not super, it's like connected at like 4 points, but with very small bricks. This tower is not come off. I'm not really afraid of it doing so. This one's alright. Now, the whole front generally is super sturdy. The whole front, it's basically just this corner that could pop off. The majority of the rest of it is gonna stay as it is. You could probably drop it a couple feet, and you're going to have a few parts pop off. But structurally, this thing is sound. Seriously. The back is a whole nother thing. The back is mainly made of smaller parts, and it just comes across as very fragile. Like this tower here above the elevator, this is like just a bunch of very, very small parts, and it's only connected by these two little rods in here, which is very strange. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if I can get, this thing isn't very great for close-ups, but there's like a rod here and a rod back here, and that is the only thing holding it on. So if you drop that, that thing is gone, and this thing's made of so many little pieces, it is going to shatter and go everywhere. The back is just generally not as sturdy. It is sturdy, don't get me wrong, but it is not as sturdy by any means. And as you see, there's a bunch of decorative parts because this thing is awesome. It's gorgeous. I mean, I cannot tell you how much I love this thing. It is like maybe my favorite toy. Yes, I collect several toys, mostly Marvel Legends and other 6-inch figures. But man, this thing is just boss. I love it, This is actually the first time the hinge has popped off because, of course. Okay, let's go through the features. Stuff from the old thing. You have the flag, of course. It has two sides that are different. I prefer it this way because I think it looks better from the outside. Instead of just having an empty, top, you actually have a little doorway that shows like a crystal, like some kind of power crystal-y thing. That's what it looks like inside the book. And it's been forever since I was a kid. I don't remember what was in the mini comics or really that much in the cartoons, even though I lived and breathed Masters of the Universe for years. But yeah, some kind of power source, Grayskull, something or other. Anyway, still cool. You got your gunner thing, which used to be a separate piece on the original. It's very cool. It does move. It's very, you can aim it all kinds of places. And the thing I love about this is the figures are so much more in scale as if this was a castle. With the original, I mean, it was 2 floors and there was not a lot of room inside for them. This, there is room. Oh my lord, there's room. You've got the little spacesuit design. This is a right off of the cardboard piece from the original, and it's connected to this little machine, which was also cardboard. You do have the trap door. Now the throne room is a little different because there's a little flag there. Instead of twisting it, you just slide this and woo, they go down into the dungeon. We'll get to that in a second. There's a nice little free space here, but there is a hidden door that goes to the outside of the castle. So you can either sneak in, sneak out, whatever you need to do. So yeah, improvement on the original. I'm not sure if they ever had that in the cartoon or anything. You got a couple flags back here that have designs from, again, stuff from the original, little cardboard pieces and stuff. Now, the dungeon on the original, if you remember, was just a flat sticker. Flat sticker on the bottom of the original Castle Grayskull that had some arms and tentacles and stuff hanging out. Now, this is kind of an improvement. It kind of isn't. It's not as pretty, but you got this nice little dungeon in here. It's got, your floor, and it's got a couple arms sticking out. Kind of like the sticker, kind of not. You got a little chain hanging, so anybody who gets stuck in there, and to reset it, you just, oops, you pop this back over, get the little stick under it, and boom, it's ready to go again. You've got the drawbridge, which I'll show you in just a minute. Here's the little trainer thing, which can be, popped off and moved around, but basically the same thing. The thing that had it had a pig's head on this end, and some kind of like little paw looking thing on this end, and it's got a couple little paws here, sort of. Again, you got like this whole section, we didn't have with the original. You have the elevator, which does work. I mean, it doesn't, you don't pull a string to get it to move, but it does stay where you put it, and you just, move it wherever you need it to go. Put your little figures right there, and boom, they just go. Got a couple of cool little decorative skulls there. You have this that used to be a cardboard piece as well. Actually, I think this was the plastic and that was the cardboard piece, the little screen. Sorry you can't see it that well. My lighting, my lighting rig is limited. But yeah, so you got this whole section, and then you've got, these little parts that link the two floors, and then you got the basement, which is pretty empty over here, except for, wah-ha! A doorway that you can smash somebody through or break into the castle. Instead of just being a cave that is a secret entrance into the castle, it's a secret way into the castle, but it's not a cave this time. But, you could take that out if you wanted to and have it as a cave. Whatever you want to do. And all these, little swords and stuff are totally removable. You can actually use them with your figures. It's very cool. Alright, so here's the other stuff you get, and it's actually the first stuff you end up building besides the figures. There is the weapons rack, which was a thing that came, with the original, and all the different weapons that came with the castle. These are very accurate representations of those weapons. They do come off. You can, use them with your figures, whatever. It's very, very cool. There's a secondary weapons rack, which was just a cardboard piece in the original Castle Grayskull. In here you can actually take them off and use them with your figures, like I said. Very cool. You get the ladder, which, came with Castle Grayskull, so you could storm the castle! Yes, very cool. It even has the little hooks, so you can hook it onto the nose or the little... Oh, no! The little area over here. I can get that to stay. Yeah. And, like I said, Zoar is here. And it comes with a power sword. Now, why do you think it would come with that? Because only the power of Grayskull can open the drawbridge. The drawbridge, instead of having a hole in the door, actually has a little hidden one right here. You push it, and, well, usually it falls right open. Actually, it's hard to keep this thing shut. It's like... My only real complaint about the thing is if you're on any uneven surface at all, if it's not level, sorry, I meant level, it will pop out. But anyway, let's try it again. There we go! The drawbridge is open and you may enter into Castle Grayskull! Alright, let's see what else you get. And this is a different power sword than you will see with the figures. And the color on this one's kind of mottled, but it's also more of a silver, as opposed to this gray, which you get with a lot of the other stuff. Okay, here are the figures that I already had. I have the, these, you got the Beastman, and you got Man-at-Arms, which has the mustache like the cartoon. You got your He-Man. You got your Evelyn. You got your Tila. She does not come with the snake armor, whatever, that the, represents the goddess, because I guess they were sticking close to the cartoon. You got Faker and Skeletor with his Havoc staff. Now Faker, if you look really close, underneath his armor, you can see instead of putting a sticker on him, they actually put a decal of the little mechanical part. I had Faker when I was a kid, and the sticker would never stay on him because it was not, a flat surface. But yeah, so Faker. Okay, so here are the figures you get with Castle Grayskull, and I'll show you how different they are. Okay, let's get He-Man in here. Now, this He-Man has the dull gray weaponry, and colors are a little bit different, especially the hair. His hair is like a mustard yellow. Over here it's more of an actual yellow. The only problem is there's actually some kind of like paint, dirt. I don't know. I need to get like a toothbrush and try to fix that. His weapons are more metallic, and they match this power sword, which again looks more like an original kind of power sword than the one. I mean, this one does look like the one that came with the figures. This one looks more kind of like one you saw in the mini comics, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. When I was a kid, I actually had a playset kind of thing, not a dress-up sort of thing, that had two halves of the power sword, and it actually looked more like this than like that, which always kind of confused me till I paid attention. But anyway, so there's your He-Mans. They are different. Not super duper so, and I haven't compared them to the Wind Raider one yet, but like I said, I haven't built them yet. Let's get Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms here, Man-at-Arms there. Now, our new Man-at-Arms does not come with a pistol. This one has the nice silver pistol. He has the mustache. He has the brighter colors, looking more like the cartoon. This one looking more like the original figure, duller kind of I don't know, dirty green. Same mace, you know, but he doesn't come with a gun because the original figure didn't. But he's with Castle Grayskull. You get guns. You're fine with guns. You got guns. There's guns everywhere. There's guns all over the place. He doesn't need a gun. Anyway, then we got a Beastman. This one looking like the original action figure and like the one on the cartoon for the most part. And this one looking like pictures on the back of the little mini comics and everything. And he has a little bit of white paint on the forehead. Their quality control on these that come with the sets don't seem to be quite as good. But, you know, more of a deeper, darker red. And then his armor is, you know, just a little bit darker. Let's see. Then we've got the only other direct double is a Skeletor. Now, as you see, this Skeletor is brighter, has brighter stuff, you know, colors. Just looks more like a cartoon character when it comes right down to it, but the paint job is still essentially the same. This one is, you know, darker. Just looks cooler in my opinion. But you know, hey, this one also does have the the lighter crossbones on the armor on his chest, and this one does not. He just has the red dot. And the only other one that's really kind of close to being about the same is the Goddess and Tila. And they are the same figure in different colors, but this one does come with the spears instead of the Cobra staff, which is kind of, I mean, it should really be about, you know, they should switch that out. I mean, I know the original Tila figure came with the, you know, the headdress and the snake staff and the shield, but since, you know, we're, you know, kind of, since the individual package ones were more of a cartoon kind of thing, you would really think they would have given her a spear instead. Because, I mean, this one really should have the Cobra staff, right? Right. So I might switch those out. Anyway, but this is what she comes with. And then you have the Sorceress, which is cool because she's got, like, rubber, a rubber piece that is, you know, the wings, attaches to her head and hands. So it's very sturdy, and also kind of like, there's a little bitty flap right there. You can't really see that too well, where it kind of sticks so it doesn't flap and look stupid. Has the same staff the original figure had. Very, very cool. So these are all the guys I have so far. Like I said, there is a Stratos and a Scareglow, but right now they're running about $15 to $20 a piece when these are $5 figures, because when Walmart stopped collecting this, or stopped carrying this stuff, the price skyrocketed like you wouldn't believe. And you also get, with this Castle Grayskull, a bunch of extra pieces. Unfortunately, not the extra pieces I need. And, I mean, you can't see the ones that I need. They're actually underneath the top of this brown tower. You can kind of see that there's sort of a unevenness there in the green parts. That's where there's like a piece missing. It's no big deal. 2 pieces. But, you know, like I said, you can order them. The back of the instructions has a extensive list of every piece that came with it and part numbers so you can get them. Alrighty, folks, that's about it. Like I said, I will do the Wind Raider once I get it built here in a day or two. I just haven't had time to sit down with it because I've had relatives in town with the holidays. Y'all know how it is. But that is Castle Grayskull and all of the Masters of the Universe stuff. And I mean, I love these figures. When I first saw them coming out, I was like, holy crap. That is so friggin' cool. I have to collect these. And I originally got He-Man and Skeletor, which were in Wave 1. And then I got rid of them because I was like, I don't need anything else to collect. But then I saw the 5-pack that had He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Beastman, Skeletor, and Tila. And I had to have them. And, you know, just kind of went from there. And as you can see, the individually packaged ones, or the 5-packs, whatever, do come with a little stand with their name. The other ones, the ones that come with the sets, just get like these weird little pieces that are, you know, that you can use to put them on stuff. I don't know. They're building blocks, sort of, but they're so irregularly shaped. It's weird. But yeah, that's about it, folks. Anyway, if you have any questions or concerns or whatever, just fire me off a message or whatever. I'm going to put this on YouTube instead of my Facebook where I've been putting all this. And, you know, if you like it, subscribe. Maybe something else cool will pop up. I haven't really done any videos in a while, but I'm itching to get back into it. And hey, I mean, there's tons of stuff to review. And I am typically a curmudgeonly, that's the word I was looking for, son of a bitch. So, you know, I'm pretty tough on stuff, but this is badass. I mean, like I said, the only problem I have with it is the drawbridge falling open. I don't really care that the towers are a little bit floppy. It does not even matter. I mean, they stay on, so who cares? But yeah, I love this thing. It is so cool. Brought tears to my eyes, and I still love it just as much. It's one of those things. This is one of those things I will never get rid of. I mean, there's just no way. But like I said, it was on sale for about half price. It was about $250. It was about like $125 or something. It still might be on sale out there. I know that Walmart has it on their website for cheaper than $250. And you know, direct from the manufacturer, it's $200 for retailers. So they're taking a loss, big time. It's like $202 and then shipping on top of that. And these things come one to a box because they are big. Not as big as the, you know, new Snake Mountain that they built. The one that costs as much as a house payment. But anyway, folks, again, if you have any questions, concerns, want to see anything else, let me know, and I will do what I can. I'm going to be trying to get the Scare Glow and Stratos, because I got to have them all, if I can. You know, and they also made a Battle Bones. If you remember Battle Bones, the little carrying case that doubled as a vehicle, it was just pretty much a dinosaur skeleton, and the characters sat inside the rib bones, like kind of held under their arms. And I think that one comes with, I want to say, Mossman and Fisto, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't looked at it in a while. I don't even think it's out yet. It might be. I don't know. And here we go, just showing the scale. As you can see, there's plenty of room instead of the overcrowded, cramped Castle Grayskull. We got the goddess here in the main hallway or foyer or whatever you want to call it. We got Man-at-Arms catching Beastman in the act. Faker and He-Man fighting up on the second floor. We've got Skeletor coming in with Beastman through the secret entrance. And what's this? Oh no, saved by the Havoc staff. We got a Man-at-Arms up here on the guns, the sorceress. Oh look, it's Tila and Evelyn about to square off. And oh wait, who's this? Why is Loki? He doesn't know where he is. Oh my lord. Yes. Back in the day, before when they were Mega Blocks instead of Mega Construx, they actually had the license for Marvel figures and a few other licenses. You know, they've had Halo forever and a day. We had like pretty much the entire Marvel set except for a couple. You know, Red Skull. They did them up through Iron Man 2, and I guess they lost the license around then. But they had an Iron Man 2 set. So, you know, we had Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. Loki is actually my wife's because it's pretty much the only one that we haven't, you know, turned around and gotten rid of because we just weren't really collecting them or doing anything with them. Spider-Man, Venom, you know, they had figures of everybody. And granted, these Masters of the Universe ones have gotten more detailed with their sculpts and everything, but man, that Loki is still badass. So yeah, Loki confused as to where the hell he is. But anyway, so that lets you know what the scale looks like. With the Castle Grayskull. But anyway, this has been Masters of the Universe, Castle Grayskull, and Dr. Chupa here reviewing it for you. So, folks, I will see you later. Until next time, everybody have a great rest of your holiday. New Year's is coming up. Have a great New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas. If you have a delayed Christmas, have a great belated Christmas. And I will talk to you all later. Bye now.